welcome back to Libib's channel. My name is Kaylin and today I'm going to be talking about the top books that I read in 2016. So far for the year of 2016, I've read 18 books and it's December 22nd and I still have 2 more books to read before the end of the year to meet my Goodreads goal. And these are just some of my favorites. I didn't read a lot this year and what I did read was either good or bleh. The books that I did rate high are basically my favorites of this year. So to get started off with my book, I'm going to mention my top 4 reads of 2016, and coming in at number 4 is Welcome to the Dark House by Lori Stolores. I ended up rating this book 4 out of 5 stars. I thought it was enjoyable, but there is an insta-love aspect to it, which kind of like chopped it down a star for me, and it wasn't that suspenseful or scary, but overall I really loved and enjoyed this book. Coming in at number 3 on my list is the 100 trilogy, now not trilogy series thing. Even though I rated this entire series like 3 or 3.5 out of 5 stars, I still loved and enjoyed it more than Welcome to the Dark House because it was absolutely quick to read. I love how fast-paced it was, and this book series is totally different from the TV show. They were both written at the same time, but they both went out into completely different directions, but they still have some of the same themes that occur in the show and the books, but they have different characters, and that's why I love the series. It was just a quick, fast-paced read. I have not read the 4th book yet. The only thing that I have to complain about this series is that my babe Finn is on the cover and he's not even in the books. So I'm just a little salty about that, but overall I really liked and enjoyed this trilogy and I can't wait to continue on and see what happens, and I can't wait for season 4 to come out this February. Coming in at number 2 on my list is a YA dystopian novel, and that is The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken. I loved this book. Absolutely loved it. I rated it 4.5 out of 5 stars, and the reason why I love this book so much was when I read a book, sometimes I don't necessarily sit there and read and really get into the setting, and this book just had me devoured. I would just sit there, and even though it took me the longest time to read, I just got so devoured, and I loved it. I love that aspect. I love it when a book makes me in their world and feel for the characters, and this book just gave me all the feels, and I was so happy and sad and worried for the next book in the series, and I absolutely love this book. And the only reason why I chopped it down a half star because it was boring and dry in parts and it just kind of sucked, but I do have a full book review that I will link in the description box and also leave a card on the screen for, and so I absolutely love this book. Highly recommend. It was one of my favorite reads of the year. So coming in at number 1, my favorite book of the entire year is The Merciless by Daniel Vega. I absolutely loved and enjoyed this book. It was so nasty, horrifying, and scary, and gory, and it's like Mean Girls meets the devil and Satan and all this other gory stuff. This book had me on the edge of my bed when I was reading. It is so... I thought it was terrifying. I'm not a horror movie watcher or reader, but this was my first book of YA horror, and I just sat down, and some of the things that I was reading, I was just like, this is not okay, like I don't want to read this, and like I was reading like this, and I was just like, ah. Overall, 5 out of 5 stars. It was absolutely awesome, blew me away, and was just absolutely fantastic with the horror and gore and scare, and to be honest I had nightmares after reading this book because it was just so spooky, and I was reading it up until like 3 a.m. That's when I finished this book, and I absolutely loved it. 5 out of 5 stars, my only 5 out of 5 star book of the year, and it goes to The Merciless, and highly recommend if you haven't checked this book out already. I also have a book review as well, and I'll leave it in the description box below. Anyways, those were the top books that I read in 2016. I didn't get a lot of reading done this year, and what I did read, I didn't really rate all that high. Anywho, that is it for today's video. What favorite books have you guys read in 2016? And don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time with a new video.